Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Tom McKenzie with Caroline Hepker. We're joined now by Bloomberg's equities reporter Joe Easton. Joe, WPP shares falling to the lowest level since 2009. Ouch. Bad day for WPP.
Ouch indeed to WPP. As you say, we're down 16% on that stock at the moment. The company based here in the UK cutting its outlook for 2025 after clients spent less than expected. They've already warned of weakness in European spending, so particularly over in Germany. They had already warned a couple of months ago that clients were cutting back. There's also the element of the US, which has kind of been something that's gone on for the past few years, where tech companies have reined in their ad spending, and that's only set to get worse given the use of AI coming into the industry as well. So this is really a shocker for the company. As you say, the stock trading at the lowest level since 2009. We're also seeing a feed through into peers today. So Publicis over in France, that one spooked a little bit, down 2%. Havas in Amsterdam falling close to 3%. Potentially we're going to see weakness in Omnicom over in the US as well. So really a negative day for advertising stocks following that WPP update.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? The move in advertising just away from TV into like AI generated advertising, influencer generated advertising. It just is a new world. So yeah, WPP really interesting as they're looking for a CEO, right? They're still looking for the boss.
That was part of the reason the stock dropped earlier this year. So it's kind of adding to those declines, uncertainty in the leadership as well.
Well, speaking of AI, Meta investing billions in artificial intelligence glasses. How are markets reacting?
Yes, this is a Bloomberg exclusive last night. Meta, as you say, buying that stake in the Ray-Ban maker. It's going to be 3% worth around $3 billion. Potentially that's going to increase to 5% according to people familiar with the matter. And it's all about those Meta Ray-Bans. Now, the latest version of the Meta Ray-Bans, the second generation, already sold around 2 million units. So it is really a growth area. I tend to just see them on TikTok where people go up to people in the street and talk to them, and then you think, how are they filming? And it's always via these Ray-Ban Metas, but I'm sure there are more positive uses for it.
I know a number of people who want to buy them, and I have,
because you somebody's looking at you and they might look like normal sunglasses, but anyway, it's a boom area, and that stock Essilor is up 5% in Paris today.
You're a bit creeped out by it, aren't you, Joe?
I am a little bit creeped out because you talk to somebody and you think they're just wearing a nice pair of Ray-Bans, and then they're filming.
I know, but then the one thing that not to get creeped out over is that if you go to any events where you have to put your phone away because, there are celebrities, whatever, maybe doing concerts or shows, then if you wear a pair of Ray-Bans, you get to do that TikTok video with your celebrity.
You've not got everyone holding their phone up at a concert.
Anyway,
there's a positive angle. Absolutely.
I don't know how to pivot from meta and voyeurism to pharma stocks. On edge.
I didn't think voyeurism would come out
over
on this
Trump.
segment.
Yes, you did, Joe. 200% tariffs on pharma stocks. How are they going to weather that?
So now this is Trump's comments. Trump last night saying that they could potentially do, as Tom mentioned, a 200% tariff, but he's kind of saying that they might wait a year or two, might wait a little bit before they do this. It sounds like he's kind of positioning, trying to kind of get his heaviest kind of comments on that into the market and then see how people react in terms of pricing. But we are seeing a bit of a feed through into the market nonetheless. So NovoNordisk was down 1.7%, Sanofi 1.3%, Roche, Novartis, all of them slipping around 1% because potentially it just adds to the worries that tariffs on pharmaceuticals could eventually come through in some form, and therefore people not ignoring the headlines but kind of not selling off those stocks as sharply as the initial headlines suggested.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.